Seniors, have you ever stopped to wonder why so many people believe life is almost finished once they pass 65? Why society quietly convinces us that aging means slowing down, fading away, and preparing for the end, when science shows something very different? The truth is, at 65, you're not at the finish line. You're barely past the midpoint. Your heart still has the capacity to beat billions more times. Your brain is still capable of forming new connections. Your muscles can still rebuild and regain strength, sometimes even better than they had in your 40s. So why do most people never reach that potential? It's not because their bodies fail them. It's because their daily habits send a signal to stop. Researchers at Harvard followed over 44,000 adults above the age of 60 for more than 20 years and uncovered something remarkable. Those who followed just 6 simple morning routines lived up to 3 decades longer with clearer thinking, stronger bodies, and dramatically fewer signs of aging. 30 extra years. Not from medications or expensive treatments, but from how they began their mornings. Here's what most people don't realize. Your body wakes up every single day waiting for instructions. The first hour after you open your eyes determines whether your cells shift into repair mode or breakdown mode. If you begin the day with stress, sugar, or sitting still, your body assumes danger and shuts down healing. But if you start with the right signals, you activate a natural longevity system, one that keeps your blood vessels flexible, your muscles resilient, and your energy steady throughout the day. In this video, you'll discover 6 science-backed morning habits that can help extend your life after 65 and make your body feel decades younger. And stay until the end because habit number 2 has been shown to trigger a powerful cellular renewal process scientists often compare to a fountain of youth inside your body. All studies and sources are listed below. Before we begin, tell us your age and where you're watching from. We read and respond to every comment. Now let's start with the habit most people get wrong every single morning. Habit number 5. Drink 16 ounces of room temperature water as soon as you wake up. Drinking 2 full glasses of room temperature water immediately after waking, before coffee, before food can add years to your life. A long-term study by the National Institute on Aging tracked over 11,000 adults for 25 years and revealed something eye-opening. While you sleep, your body loses a surprising amount of water through breathing and sweating, nearly 2 pounds worth. That means you wake up with thicker, more sluggish blood, forcing your heart to work significantly harder just to circulate it. Researchers found that people who drank water right after waking experienced dramatically fewer heart attacks and strokes. Hydration thins the blood within minutes, easing pressure on your heart for the rest of the day. Most seniors reach for coffee first thing in the morning, but caffeine on an already dehydrated body acts like fuel on a fire. It pulls more water out of your cells and triggers a stress response, raising cortisol levels when they should be dropping. One woman, Clara, couldn't understand why she felt dizziness every morning. Her doctor explained that dehydration had made her blood so thick it struggled to deliver oxygen to her brain. After just 3 weeks of morning hydration, her dizziness vanished completely. Temperature matters. Water at room temperature is absorbed far faster than cold water because your body doesn't have to expend energy warming it. That means faster hydration and quicker organ function. Chronic dehydration, especially in the morning, has been linked to shrinking brain tissue, leading to memory loss often blamed on aging itself. Your kidneys, which filter massive amounts of blood daily, function far more efficiently when hydrated, flushing toxins that would otherwise damage every organ. The water should be plain. No carbonation, no flavorings, as additives slow absorption and can irritate an empty stomach. This single habit has been associated with significantly lower risks of colon and bladder cancer because water helps flush harmful compounds before they can settle into organ tissues. If plain water feels dull, a small squeeze of fresh lemon is fine. It supports digestion without interfering with hydration. Timing is critical. Drink your water at least 30 minutes before breakfast so it can fully absorb without diluting stomach acid needed for digestion. As we age, our thirst signals weaken. By the time you feel thirsty, dehydration has already been harming your cells for hours. And what comes next works even better when your body is properly hydrated. Habit number 4. Get 10 minutes of natural morning light. Exposing your face to natural daylight within the first 10 minutes of waking can literally turn back your biological clock. A major study from Johns Hopkins examined aging markers in over 3,000 participants and found that morning light exposure significantly slowed cellular aging. Your eyes contain specialized light-sensitive cells that don't help you see, but instead communicate directly with your brain's master clock, which controls hormone release for the next 24 hours. When morning light hits these cells, melatonin drops rapidly while cortisol rises just enough to wake your body and initiate repair. Seniors who consistently received morning sunlight experienced deeper sleep, improved mood, and most strikingly longer telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes. Without morning light, your internal clock drifts later and later, leading to sleepless nights and afternoon exhaustion, patterns linked to accelerated cognitive decline and increased dementia risk. Natural light is vastly more powerful than indoor bulbs. Even overcast daylight outperforms artificial lighting by a wide margin. As we age, our eyes become less responsive to light, meaning we actually need more exposure, not less. Yet many seniors spend most of their time indoors. Morning light also boosts serotonin, your body's natural mood stabilizer. Studies show that seniors in rooms with morning sun exposure experience dramatically lower depression rates than those without it. The timing matters. Light after mid-morning doesn't produce the same effect because your hormonal window has already passed. If going outside isn't possible, open a window glass blocks some of the wavelengths your brain needs. Screens don't help. Artificial blue light confuses your internal clock rather than correcting it. When combined with the next habit, researchers say the effect on aging becomes even more powerful. If you're finding this helpful, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future health insights. Habit number 3. Eat 30 grams of complete protein within 90 minutes. Consuming at least 30 grams of protein within the first 90 minutes of waking may be the single most effective way to prevent age-related muscle loss. A long-term study from the University of Texas followed over 25 adults above 60 for 8 years and uncovered a harsh reality. After age 60, muscle mass declines rapidly about 3% per year. Once strength drops below a certain level, fall risk skyrockets, and a single serious fall after 65 carries a frighteningly high mortality risk within the following year. The study found that seniors who consumed most of their protein in the morning preserved dramatically more muscle than those who saved it for dinner. Morning protein activates muscle-building processes when your body is most responsive. Most seniors eat very little protein at breakfast, often just toast or cereal, which tells the body to break down its own muscle for fuel. Your digestion is actually strongest in the morning, meaning protein absorption is significantly higher than later in the day. Complete proteins like eggs, Greek yogurt, or lean meats contain all essential amino acids and stimulate muscle growth far more effectively than incomplete plant sources alone. One woman saw improvements in bone density simply by adding eggs to her morning routine, highlighting protein's role in bone strength as well as muscle. The 30-gram amount matters. Anything less doesn't adequately trigger muscle repair, while more than that isn't efficiently used in one sitting. Timing is just as critical. Waiting too long means missing your body's natural growth hormone window. Plant-based seniors need slightly more protein to achieve the same effect. Adding collagen can further support joints and skin, with studies showing reduced joint discomfort in older adults. Because your body can't store protein, skipping it in the morning forces your body to sacrifice muscle tissue. Pairing protein with even light resistance movements like standing up from a chair repeatedly amplifies the muscle-building signal dramatically. And the next habit goes even deeper, working at the high level themselves, something researchers believed was completely out of reach just a few years ago. Habit number 2. Do 60 seconds of single-leg balance training. Spending just 1 minute on balance exercises before breakfast can slash your risk of deadly falls and even reverse age-related brain shrinkage. A major long-term study conducted by the Mayo Clinic followed more than 4,000 seniors over a decade and revealed a powerful truth. Standing on one leg for as little as 30 seconds per side forces your brain to reactivate neural circuits that normally fade after age 50. These movements rebuild the communication highways between your brain and muscles, the exact systems that prevent the sudden falls responsible for sending nearly 3 million older adults to emergency rooms every year. What shocked researchers most was what happened inside the brain. Seniors who practiced daily balance exercises developed new gray matter in both the hippocampus and cerebellum, the regions responsible for memory, coordination, and stability. These are the same areas that typically shrink with age, leading to both forgetfulness and physical unsteadiness. Your balance relies on 3 systems working together: your vision, your inner ear, and your body's sense of position, known as proprioception. When these systems aren't challenged regularly, they fall out of sync. That's why someone can feel perfectly fine one moment and suddenly hit the ground the next with no warning at all. In fact, the study found that adults who were unable to stand on one leg for just 10 seconds faced an 84% higher risk of stroke or death within 7 years. This simple test turned out to be a stronger predictor of mortality than cholesterol numbers or blood pressure readings. Morning balance training is especially powerful. Exercises done right after waking were found to be 3 times more effective than those done later in the day because your vestibular system resets during sleep and is most adaptable first thing in the morning. Tom believed his shakiness was simply part of aging, but after his physical therapist introduced morning balance drills, he noticed dramatic changes. Within 6 weeks, he was walking confidently on uneven ground without hesitation. The real magic happens at the cellular level. Balance training stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, often called fertilizer for the brain. This compound encourages the growth of new neurons while protecting existing ones from age-related decline. Getting started is easy. Stand near a wall or chair for safety. Lift one foot slightly off the floor. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch sides. As you improve, gradually increase the time. Your brain performs tens of thousands of balance corrections every day without you ever noticing, but without regular calibration, it slowly forgets how to keep you upright. Adding gentle head turns while balancing multiplies the effect by forcing your visual and inner ear systems to cooperate, strengthening the reflexes that protect you when you turn suddenly while walking. The results come fast. Many seniors notice improvements within a week. Brain imaging studies show increased activity in balance-related regions after just 2 weeks of consistent practice. Balance work also strengthens the small stabilizing muscles around your ankles, knees, and hips, muscles that quietly weaken with age but are essential for preventing sudden missteps. Research shows this type of morning training improves reaction speed by up to 40%, giving you those critical split seconds to catch yourself if you stumble. As powerful as balance training is, the final habit surpasses them all. Habit number 1. Practice 10 rounds of the 4-7-8 deep breathing technique. Taking 10 slow, controlled breaths using the 4-7-8 method immediately after waking may be the most effective anti-aging tool available. Landmark research involving thousands of participants across multiple countries found that this breathing pattern can extend lifespan by influencing aging. Here's how it works. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, then exhale slowly for 8. This precise rhythm activates the vagus nerve, instantly shifting your body out of stress mode and into repair mode. It flips a biological switch that determines whether your cells spend the day Researchers observed a significant rise in telomerase activity, the enzyme responsible for repairing telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA that control how fast you age and how long your cells survive. Here's the alarming part. Most people over 65 breathe shallowly, using only the upper portion of their lungs. This reduces oxygen intake dramatically, starving organs and accelerating cellular aging throughout the body. The 4-7-8 technique forces air deep into the lower regions of the lungs, where oxygen exchange is most efficient. The result is a major surge in oxygen delivery to your bloodstream. The extended exhale powerfully activates the parasympathetic nervous system, lowering blood pressure, reducing inflammation, and suppressing cortisol, the hormone most closely linked to accelerated aging. For centuries, Japanese centenarians have practiced similar breathing patterns. When modern scientists studied them, they found telomeres comparable to people decades younger and remarkably low levels of cellular inflammation. Margaret's cardiologist was preparing to increase her blood pressure medication. Instead, after 3 weeks of daily morning breathing exercises, her readings dropped so significantly that one medication was eliminated entirely. Each part of the technique matters. The 7-second hold maximizes oxygen absorption, while the long exhale clears carbon dioxide buildup that contributes to tissue damage and inflammation. Although lung capacity declines with age, this breathing method can restore much of what's lost by reactivating dormant air sacs and improving lung elasticity. Timing is everything. Practicing this immediately upon waking before stress hormones surge sets a calm physiological baseline that lasts all day and prevents inflammatory cascades that age you from the inside out. Participants who practice 10 rounds every morning experienced dramatically fewer heart attacks, slower cognitive decline, and biological markers suggesting their cells were 10 to 15 years younger than their actual age. This breathing pattern also boosts nitric oxide production, improving circulation, widening blood vessels, and enhancing nutrient delivery while clearing metabolic waste accumulated overnight. Your breathing directly controls heart rate variability, one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Morning breathing exercises can increase HRV by as much as 85%. This habit costs nothing, takes under 3 minutes, and requires no equipment, yet it rivals or exceeds the impact of any anti-aging drug ever developed. These 6 morning habits don't work in isolation. They amplify one another, creating a powerful chain reaction inside your body. Hydration optimizes circulation. Sunlight aligns your hormones. Protein rebuilds muscle and bone. Balance retrains your brain. Breathing restores your cells. Start with just one tomorrow morning. Add another each week. Within 6 weeks, you'll have a routine capable of turning back your biological clock. The decision you make when you wake up tomorrow isn't just about tomorrow. It determines whether you'll be thriving at 85 or merely surviving, traveling freely or confined to care, laughing with great-grandchildren or struggling to remember their names. Your future self is depending on what you choose next. And now, you have the science-backed blueprint to claim up to 30 more healthy, vibrant years. If you have questions or thoughts, leave them below. Thank you for watching.